etc, we start with 1 hour chart. I just want to give a quick update. We want to see whether we can look for buy or not. Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned about the different possibility, and we mentioned about how we can make about the possibility made this one turned off to a flat. Okay, anyway, we get the sharp move, and now we get this one. All right, we want to see whether this is the start of the up move. We can consider as a reversal or not. How we can look for trade, and if we move to 15 minute, all right, how we can look at this. Either, because as we can see, we can we consider if we get the three waves. If we get the three waves structure, is really good for us to give us a confirmation to look for trade. Okay, that's mean right now we're looking at this. Any trade setup from here, we can look for trade. That means we can look for buy. Now the question is how we can look for buy if the price continue from here. As I mentioned, the best things is let the price give us one more drop. Then we can have entry above this. All right, that's mean right now if we wants to look for trade, since we get the sharp move and right now we have a correction, having entry above the top, which is around 134, it can be an option to look for trade. Okay, but we need to know that this kind of the trade we consider as a short-term trade, because we want to see whether this is the one is going to break this top. That means this is the only correction, or we can expect this correction turn to a more complex correction. Okay, and can be quite risky because simply the price can move a bit without the breakout of this top reverse. Okay, now for me, I will look for this trade. As I mentioned, I can have entry above the top. What I'm looking for, I'm looking for the sharp move to tag and break. And I want to see the continuation. If the price tag, I want to see if the I see is not moving within the first hour, I will take out the trade. Okay, as we mentioned, after the price tag, we want to see the continuation. And these lines, the percentage is based on what we have here, this move. Either we consider as a short-term trade as a take profit, or where we start to manage the trade. For me, if I get any trade by having entry above this, when the price tag 139, I will consider whether I should keep or not, at least move or stop loss to my break even. After that, when the price tag 149, this is where I move my stop loss to for 139, at least the book profit. Because as long as we get the trade, we need to see within this range 139 to 149. We need to confirm whether there is a continuation or this one can turn to a more complex correction. Okay, that's why having entry above this to look for the trade can be quite risky in case the one we get is not really sharp. Okay, that's why I mentioned within the first hour, if we see there is no continuation, we don't take a trade. And what we want, we need the sharp move, not the corrective move. If this one continues a corrective move, we are not going to keep the trade. And as I show based on 15 minutes, the best thing is if we get one more drop as a flat. Okay, anyway, right now we're looking at this. And if we get any trade setup, as I mentioned, we consider as a short term. Because if we move to daily chart, as we can see the price almost at the top. Now the question is whether we're expecting to get the correction similar to what we have here, or if we move to forward chart, this is the only correction and we can expect full continuation. Okay, anyway, if I move to 1 hour chart, we're looking for this sharp move and the correction. Any trade, we take the trade, and this is any of this 139 and 149. This is where we have to start to manage our trades. Okay, and we see whether there is a continuation or not. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.